Hey, what's up guys? Books Nelson here, back with another video. And today we'll be talking about this Spark 5 collection. I think this might be the last one for the season. Let's see if Tony Kukoc can salvage this with these tiny point guards terrorizing us in this here collection. Let's get right into the content. So first things first, we're going to go to Mr. Muggsy Bogues, possibly the most useless card released in the last several months. Let's see how bad he is. So obviously they juiced his stats across the board, basically made him 100 overall, but he's 5'3", which is abysmal. They did give him Patty Mills. These guys are such trolls. He has literally the best animations in the game that you could ask for, except for the Giannis moving crossover, which is also kind of troll. Kobe breakdown moves, not great. LeBron combo moves, not great. But Trey escape with Steve Francis, Kyrie Irving, John Wall moving step back is all that you need to be effective if 5'3" cards were at all usable. But he does have Patty Mills base, so it is entirely possible that if you are very skilled at this game, you can go online and troll people, and you might not win. But if you drop 25 points on somebody in a loss with Muggsy Bogues, who really won, right? Who really won? So we'll look at Isaiah Thomas next, because even though he's a dark matter, again, he is 6'1". He did not get nearly as blessed in the animations, although I do think Luke Kennard, Kobe Bryant on very quick should be really, really good. Animation-wise, looking fantastic. Trey escape. Again, with the LeBron combo moves, why are you giving that to guards? That is so strange. Steve Francis with Kyrie once again. His own breakdown moves, which I think might be pretty good, actually. The John Wall moving crossovers, outstanding. Chris Paul moving step backs, outstanding. Listen. As far as Isaiah Thomas cards go, this guy's fantastic. I would have loved to have seen this card released 3 months ago when he could have had a chance to actually play. And you say, oh, he's undersized, but he has the best animations in the game. Would love to see that. But as per my rant yesterday, I still think that these cards are not filling the need that they're supposed to fill in the game. They're just not agile enough. They don't stop and start quickly enough. You don't feel the same fear. Like in real life, if a center matches up on Isaiah Thomas, that center is scared out of his mind. Just watched an interview where Mike Miller said, as soon as those guys start doing that wiggle stuff, I just foul them, get them off me, right? That's the feeling we want from these small guards. And they don't always have to be the best cards, but they should always be good in their specialty. So hopefully we can see that as the game continues to develop. I know the devs have added a lot of things to make the height differentiation much better in the game, but we're going to keep it moving. All right, Bogdan Bogdanovic. Let's see if he got nearly as blessed. Okay, Kemba escape. Kobe size up's okay. Michael Jordan dribble style, that's fine. Ja combo moves. Oh man, they've got to give people this Ja breakdown moves. That's the one we're looking for. Devin Booker moving cross is okay. Curry slide, Curry snatchback. That's pretty good. Pro 2 leaner with normal 2 hop jumper. Love that. His shot on very quick. I actually think this Bogdan card is probably pretty good. Oh, he's only 6'5". That's the main problem. He's a 6'5", but he does have a 6'11" wingspan at 220 pounds. And that's why, I didn't mention that he was 6'5", because playing with the card, he didn't feel like a 6'5" card to me. So I think he'll probably be fine at the 2. 85 strength is great. He can get to that 90 strength. We love to see that. Since this is the first card that's actually playable, this will be the first card. Look at this ad. This is crazy. This is a little aggressive, isn't it? I don't even know how to get rid of this. But since he is the first usable card, let me refresh this. This is nuts. Since he's the first usable card, he's the first one we'll really look at these badges and see what's going on. So he does have the defensive badges that he needs. He doesn't need any badges, to be honest with you. I think he's good across the board, badge-wise. Driving dunk is fine. Standing dunk is fine. Yeah, he doesn't need any love, really, outside of that strength, that interior defense. Everything, I mean, maybe you want to put the block up. I definitely get the shooting up to 99. So that you can go ahead and get that that shot take. But outside of that, I think he is looking really good. Okay, let me just double check on these next gen badges. He does have that beautiful golden movable enforcer with a high strength. It should be good enough for this card to play. I think this card actually can play. Believe it or not, I think this card can actually play. So we have one card that's not too bad. All right, we're gonna go to Cat next, because I need to see what they did with the shot. Nope, same shot, very quick. Listen, Cat, in terms of getting to the basket and stuff like that, dribbling around, Cat's actually probably going to be very good. He's 7 feet tall with a 7'3" wingspan. I think this is a legitimate 5-out center. And with the Nikola Jokic hop jumper and the Pro 2 leaner, I do think this Cat card is good. I think it's a good card. I hate Cat's jumper. And his jumper to me is like, it almost makes him unplayable. But the thing that gets me off of that a little bit is because his moving shots are so good, I think this can help the card quite a bit to not be completely useless as a shooter. And again, it's not like you can't hit shots with Cat, but it's just such a load up. It's so baited feeling that, you know, it's very unpleasant to deal with. But animation wise, looking really great. We got to see what that moving step back is. That's really important for the card. Wow, why is this happening? This has been happening with this, what do you call it? With 2KDB recently, and I do not know why. But anyway, stats and badge wise, he's looking great across the board. You can get him to 99 strength, which I would definitely do. He's going to get shot take anyway, so you can basically just sprinkle the shoe wherever you want. 100%, I'd put it all on physicals. I think he's good pretty much everywhere else. I'd be looking at those physicals and maybe some steal and passing accuracy. Don't sleep on that passing accuracy. Let's double check these badges, see if he needs anything. Space Creator, Gold or Hall of Fame, 100%. The reason for that is with a 99 three-pointer and the Jokic hop jumper, you can guaranteed, on a very consistent basis, shoot hop jumpers behind the three-point line. Like not from behind the three-point line, but to get to behind the three-point line. You can start your hop jumper animation from inside the three, end it outside the three, and as long as you're not too far behind that line, that is not that hard of a shot to hit, but it is a very, very strong shot. So I would definitely give him that Space Creator, and I definitely give him that Pick Dodger. And why not go ahead and throw a touch passer on there also? Outside of that, doesn't need anything. Although I will say, because you'll be using that hop jumper quite a bit, I do think Ankle Breaker has more of a usage here than it normally would. Because when you're in shot take, which he definitely should get with that 99 three ball, and you hit those step backs, they proc ankle breakers much more often than actual crossovers and stuff do. So you might be going for that hop jumper and crack somebody's ankles and actually get a decent amount of shots off of that. So in that sense, I would say you got Gold or even a Hall of Fame ankle breaker lying around, go ahead and give it to Cat. I think this is one of the few cards where that might actually give you consistent value. But yeah, I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised by Cat just in terms of the animations he got. Before we get out of here, I actually want to compare him to the other Karl Towns and see what animations changed in comparing them. So, okay, the Jokic and the Pro 2 leaner are the big upgrades here. Although on bigs, I don't have a problem with basic leaner, but the Pro 2 is going to be that much better. Yeah, that Jokic hop jumper, this is a game changer. Pro dribble style, I actually kind of wish he would have kept Pro dribble style because on bigs, I really like the snappiness of that push cross going backwards. That having been said, these are all upgrades pretty much across the board. We'll see what the behind the back is. But on this card, I think he's so good in terms of the escape moves and the dribble style and even the moving cross. These aren't quite as important because of the move that he's getting to. See, other cards are getting to their straight up and down three. But because Cat's straight up and down three sucks, he's not looking to create that. But this isn't my career. This is my team. In my career, you're never going towards a leaner on a consistent basis. Unless you're in the corner, you're not going towards a leaner. That's not a shot you want because it's very low percentage in my career because of the stat limitations and the settings. I think it's a harder difficulty setting too. But he's getting to the hop jumper. That Nikola Jokic hop jumper and that Pro 2 leaner are good shots for this card. And so for that reason, side-to-side dribbles are much more important than dribbles that move you backwards. I think he's totally fine as far as that goes. They changed his moving hezzy from Larry Bird to Pro, which I assume is an upgrade of some kind. So that's also probably really good. So yeah, I have to say, I thought this Karl-Anthony Towns card was going to absolutely stink because if I'm looking over here, this combination of SIGs with this combination of moving shots, and it's also very quick as opposed to quick, I would not have given that other Karl-Anthony Towns card the time of day at all. But these upgrades are significant enough that I will at least give this card a try because I think he might be able to play. All right, Tony Kukoc. Very pleasantly surprised to see Tony Kukoc join the fray. Where are you at, Tony? There you go. All right, so he can play the small forward position at 6'11", which we absolutely love. So the main thing is this shot. So he has his own shot on very quick. So I don't think Kukoc has another card at a high level, but I do not remember liking this shot one little bit. But the jump from normal timing to very quick could be significant enough. While we're here, let's look at the rest of the upgrades. So he also does get that Pro 2 leaner. They left the hop jumper the same, but that Pro 2 leaner should be pretty good. Should help him out quite a bit. Let's see, T-Mac with Michael Jordan and Trae Young, pretty good. Kobe combo and breakdown with Devin Booker moving crossover. Would have loved to have seen that flip. Steph Curry snatchback, that's great. Hopefully this moving behind the back is a very good one. Moving spin pro, cool. Moving hesitation pro. Hopefully that is very good. This card looks solid. It looks solid. I'm just a little nervous about this jumper. That's the main thing. And he's also not the most athletic card in the world. When you look at the speed, it's in the low 90s. I don't think he has any athleticism in the high 90s. This is basically 92 overall Tony Kukoc from the look at his statistics. So I think he does need a shoe to push some of these stats into the mid 90s. And that will help the card quite a bit to compete with some of the better cards out there. But the thing not listed in the stats and badges and all of that stuff is that 6'11 with a 7'2 wingspan. Fantastic size at the small forward position. So if he can really move, you'll be talking about something. And he does have the escape and he has the leaner. So it comes down to what behind the back did they give him and what is this shot looking like? If this shot blends well with this Steph Curry snatchback, that can make this card. Because he already is going to have the leaner. The leaner should be pretty good. But if he can get that snatchback into that shot, then that's going to give this card some real dimension. And let's look at these dunk animations before we get out of here. A lot more dunk animations too. James Harden layup package. James Harden layup package is okay. It's not super great. Definitely we'll take a look at that and see how it feels on a 6'11 card. Might feel a little better. But his go-to dunk being straight arm tomahawks, we love that as well. So Tony Kukoc, this is we got to see how it turns out, but I'm definitely liking the look of the card outside of the jumper. Need to see what this jumper looks like. Because it's definitely not one of the elite bases. But as long as it can hang, then he's good to go. Okay, Roy Hibbert. Save us, Roy. Save us. Because Cat looks okay, but the rest of these cards are pretty mid. Pretty mid. So let's see if let's see if Roy Hibbert can help us out. All right, animations. Jumper. Is this the same jumper? What did the comments say? Yeah, same thing. People are mad about the Brook Lopez base. Let's see what other animations he got. He's got Kemba escape for some reason. That's crazy. Kobe combo moves. James Harden moving step back. Let's see what that looks like on the 7-2. Now people are saying like at a certain weight you can't do certain moves and stuff like that. I have not gone a deep dive into which ones that's true and not true for. But Jokic hop jumper, normal leaner. Love that. That's great. On the 7-2 card should be fine. Kobe and Michael Jordan with Kemba size up. Nothing to complain about there. Giannis moving crossover, solid. Use it between the legs there. With the Giannis moving crossover, you get a lot more mileage out of that. And yeah, I mean, overall looking pretty solid across the board. The main thing is he's 7'2 with a 7'6 wingspan. And we're going to go ahead and look at these attributes. So his three-pointer is only an 82. Speed's 89, which is pretty good for his size. 98 strength, absolutely outstanding. And the fact that you can get that speed to a 93 with a shoe, we love that. And with a coach, you can probably get it even higher. So a speed coach with this card probably goes a long way. Or, and this is like the kind of a little, like people aren't talking about this. It's a little bit on the cheesy side. That Sabrina Ionescu coach is a plus 10 3-pointer. So a lot of these cards where their only flaw is that their 3-pointer only gets to like a high 80s or low 90s. It's plus 10 to 3-pointer. Now it goes away after the first 25 shots, but in a typical my team game, 25 shots is like a lot of the shots, right? So if that coach boost runs out and you're already up by 20, who cares, right? You can live without the boost up to that point. Like the boost has kind of done its job. I think don't sleep on that Ionescu coach card because I think plus 10, especially on a card like Roy, you'll feel that difference between that 82 where the shoe is going to be an 86, but with the Ionescu is going to be a 96. You might be like, this is a little different here. That having been said, if you were going to do that, this card absolutely handles for days first and foremost. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my guys at 2KDB, because it's not happening on any other website. It's just 2KDB. But we'll get right back into it. Okay. So you will have to give him the handles for days, 100%. That's automatic. You don't want the card tiring out as soon as you do one of these lovely dribble animations they gave up. Giant Slayer is hilarious on the 7-2 card. We're going to keep it moving. So outside of that, now you have a bunch of shooting badges that he needs. I would just load up as many as you possibly can, because he doesn't need any other badges in terms of like defense or finishing. He's good, right? So open looks and is the one I would go to first, because that badge is such a big boost. You can feel that badge at every level that it goes up. So if you have a Hall of Fame open looks, I throw it on him. If you have a gold, throw it on him. Limitless range. Now here we go, right? If you're using the UNESCO coach, I would heavily consider limitless range, because then I think you can pick and pop with Roy Hibbert at a higher level than with an 86 3 ball. With an 86 3 ball, I'm keeping them toes on the line. But with a 96 3 ball, with the UNESCO coach boost, I might treat him a little differently. So I would consider that. Deadeye, absolutely. Blinders, absolutely. Agent 3, don't care as much about unless you're going to be shooting those leaners. He does have that Jokic hop jumper. So even though that is technically Space Creator, which I would also put, I think any moving shot also triggers Agent 3 from behind the line. Also, just for catch and shoots going down court on fast breaks, Agent 3 is so good. So I don't remember how many badges you can give these cards, but I would say if I was going to skip one, obviously Comeback Kid, you can let that go. This is a tough one. On centers, I tend to prefer Deadeye, because people are usually running at centers than running to the side of centers. However, if you're using the Jokic hop jumper, then I would stick with the blinders above everything. And in that case, I would probably skip out on the limitless. And so I'd go open looks, Space Creator, Deadeye, blinders, Agent 3, handles for days. Those are the badges I would prioritize on Roy. And all that dribbling, he's not going to do a whole lot of it because he has a 65 ball handle anyway. So he's not doing a whole lot of moves, but I would still give him handles for days, because it's just a stamina hit. You just don't want anything he does to like give him an extra stamina hit. This affects everything. This is just a stamina badge, right? And so he'll do all of this stuff worse if he has less stamina. So if you could, I would absolutely get that handles for days on the card. And I can't judge this until I get the card, but if he can do every card can do the tech, but if he can do the in and out crossover, that works on it doesn't matter ball handle, right? You can do it on every ball, at every rating basically. So if he moves fast enough doing that, that's another reason I would want handles for days, because that move is so quick that if people are closing out and he has a live dribble, because of the size of the card, he's already stick dunking. And I would definitely get the dunk shoe on him 100%. Get that up to an 89. And so he's like one dribble move stick dunking, and he's kind of already at it. Let's go ahead and get a quick look at these next gen badges. Yep, he's good across the board as far as that goes, because we had to refresh it. But yeah, so Roy Hibbert depends on this jumper. Everything revolves around this jumper. But even without the jumper, at his size, they gave him such crazy dribbles for a guy who has like literally no ball handling. A 65 ball handler, he can't do almost any of this stuff. But the Jokic hop jumper is going to save this somewhat, and the normal leaner is going to save this somewhat and make him more usable as a shooter. But if you are running this card, one tip I can give you today is seriously consider running that UNESCO to possibly boost the potential of this Roy Hibbert card. And that is going to shut it down for us today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.